Huge.
All right, what's up with it, YouTube? We're here with another video. We're going to take a look at these plans with Elon Musk and Tesla homes. Let's have a look.
News. Elon Musk announced he's going to start selling the Tesla homes in 2025. But the crazy thing is, they're only going to be $12,000. Let me know in the comments if you would live in one. Huge news.
All right, so what do you think? What do you think about these Tesla homes? I feel like it's a lot to unpack. We've got homes that are only $12,000. Okay, that's cheaper than a car. Okay, for a home. I mean, on one side, that would be great because just with the prices of houses nowadays, they've really become what seems to be out of reach for most of us, particularly in our bigger cities. And so going to $12,000 a month, I mean $12,000 in total, that really would be great. It does kind of sound too good to be true, particularly with how high the housing market it seems to be propped up. Okay, something seems a little fishy about how high the home prices are and the interest rates. They've been propped up pretty high for the last few years. Okay, it seems like it would have gone down by now, but hey, I don't know what they got going on. But so when we look at particularly in America, there's a lot of issues, especially in dealing with houses. Okay, on one hand, you have the price of houses, or they're causing a lot of younger people to not move out. Okay, I know there's a lot of younger people that are staying with their parents. They'd like to move out on their own, but it is so expensive that's not happening. So this could be something that will allow people to live on their own. Another thing, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a California example. Okay, I'm originally from California. I don't live there anymore. I moved abroad, better lifestyle. And I would have liked to have, I almost felt like the choice was made for me. Things got so expensive in California. Like, I can do it. Like, I'm sure I could get a lopsided loan. Probably the interest rates will be adjustable and just collapse right on my freaking forehead. But I feel like if I did that, I just wouldn't have any quality of life. I feel like everything would be going to the home bills and other bills. But I really feel like that's almost like displacing people. Very similar to what you find in third world countries. So I'll give you an example. When I go back to California and visit, I find that so many people that I grew up with, my friends, family, stuff like that, they're gone. They moved to like Arizona, they moved to Vegas, they moved to Texas, these type of states. They moved there trying to basically get something cheaper, right? They can get a house there, they can get, live on their own, stuff like that. Similarly, when you look at a lot of people that are from another country, they may go back. Like I have, for example, like my wife's family, they're from Ethiopia. When we go back to visit, so many of the people that she grew up with, they're in Canada, they're in the UK, they're in America. They moved out trying to get a better situation. So it's almost like we're living in like a very similar, situation, right? People are just fleeing different states and even the country, even America. They're fleeing, just trying to find a better life. So maybe the Tesla home could help reshape that. I think part of it is kind of rebranding. You could look at this like, oh, this is like a trailer, right? And the thing is, I look at the stigma of it. Like, you can get it, like all these places when I look for houses, like when I look at the home prices in the States, like in California, and see, oh, is it going to go down ever? And then you look and you'll see more affordable prices on like trailers. But just the stigma, I still have the stigma with trailers. I just can't do it. Nothing against it. And some of them, you know, they look nice. You know, they'll post them on Zillow and just show the inside. I'm like, ooh, this looks pretty good. Something, it looks too good to be true. And then all of a sudden you look and they never post the outside of the property. And then, oh, it's a trailer, right? I just have the stigma. I don't know if it's like the whole white trash thing, or I feel like if there's going to be like a tornado or hurricane or something, even though none of those are in California, I feel like it's just going to like wipe the place out, right? I just don't feel like it's structurally as sound as a house. Maybe that's just my way of thinking, but I always had just a negative connotation when it comes to like trailers. So yeah, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Do you think is this something you would do? Would you buy a Tesla home? Would you move into a Tesla home? Let me know in the comments. Let me look in the comments of this video and see what people are saying. Someone said here, it says, with how expensive everything is, we're not going to have a choice but to buy a Tesla home. Well, that's a good point. This could be a way he's cornered the market. Could be. Because you have, hey, if you have an option and it becomes more normalized, people could start going towards that. Okay, I've already seen people doing just the craziest stuff. Like, I would rather live in this than a storage home. And these little storage units. And I see people living in storage units. I see people living in their cars, right? I would rather do this than those two options. Let's see what some people said. Someone said, "Oh, I'd buy one for my grandson." I mean, like, yeah, like if you think about it, right? Like I have a son, and even though I'm living abroad, but like when I did live in the States, I used to think like, man, like, where would my son live? Like I had that dilemma with my parents to where they were living, it got so expensive that I felt like I was priced out of living near them. And I felt the same pattern for my son. I was staying in the States. I owned a home at the time, and I just saw the price going up and up and up and up. And I'm like, man, how would my son ever live near me with these type of prices? So this could be, could be a solution, right? Another comment says $12,000, not including the $850 a month subscription fee. So the smart house operates and it doesn't self-implode with somebody on it. Okay, so yeah, that's a good point. Could be hidden fees. Okay, it's something seems too good to be true for just $12,000. Seems cheaper, like I said earlier, cheaper than a car. Something just doesn't sound right. Okay, could be some type of hidden fees. I don't know what that is. Could be the land. It could be some type of like smart land hookup thing that you need. It's similar to condos. Like when I look at condos in Florida, you might see like, oh man, this condo is only $20,000 or it's only $10,000. And then you look closer and the association fee is like $850 a month or $1,200 a month. And that's something that you're like kind of locked in, and it'll only go up. So, that could be something like this. They may get you in for $12,000, but now you've got a bunch of stuff you got to pay into. That could be the situation. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people agreeing. They said I'd move in, and they said how much for the land to put on. Yeah, they could start putting crazy fees on the land. They said imagine being locked out or having no power in your Tesla home. Something to think about. It says $12,000, but every time you open the cabinet door, flush the toilet, you get charged $1. Yeah, I mean, hey, these are possible hidden fees. I don't know. Like I just to think, nothing these days seems like it comes without a catch, and this seems like something that will eventually come with a catch. I don't know what it is, but I feel like that's coming. Yeah, somebody else says here, cheaper than my car. Someone else says, this is Elon Musk. I must have $10,000. How do I invest in Tesla? I don't know. I don't know why he posted that there. Like Elon Musk, they act like Elon Musk is reading this. Someone said they'll buy 5 or 6. Someone else said it's a trailer home. Someone else said they'd buy one in their backyard. You know, that's a good idea. I mean, like, if you are someone that, like, if I owned a home, and I'm like I would be okay with like my son living in the back with this. So he kind of feels like he has his independence, and then he's also near me, right? That'd be a nice win-win. Yeah. All right. Well, he says his houses are less than his robot. That's funny. Anyway, I guess I'll end it here. Let me know in the comment section. Would you buy one? What do you think about this? Do you think there's a catch? What do you think the catch is going to be? Yeah, let me know in the comment section. Anyway, I'm Expat D. If you like this type of content, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, we got other videos. Feel free to check it out. I'm Expat D. Peace and I'm out.